How do I deter self-harm? I have an English Bull Terrier Staffy mix who is a rescue, about 4 years old. He scratches himself when meeting new people who come into the house, and his dog relative, I think you mean reactive. With these animals, that it's kind of rare to get this expression of anxiety, but some of these animals, when they flip into the red zone, one of their behaviors is to start attacking themselves, scratching themselves. It's not a very common thing, but it can happen. So what's happening is that if you get any animal that comes to the point of doing any behavior that causes themselves harm when they have an anxiety response, then I would really think that that animal has gone up into the high orange zone or crossed into the red zone, so that their arousal levels are getting to a point where their front brain, their forebrain has turned off, and they're in total fight, flight, survival mode. And the behavior, if they're causing harm, that's what's happening. So what can you do? Well, you need to reset the whole nervous system and that dog's experience of how they relate to people coming to visit. Now, the first thing I would do would be to put that dog on lead. Whenever I have anyone come in who has an animal who goes ballistic, gets out of control, gets overexcited, goes into that fidget, crazy, hyperactive, anxious response when people come to visit, my first recommendation is that you have the dog on the lead before anyone gets there, and maybe be doing a little bit of yielding to pressure and random lead walking before the people get there, to get that dog connected with you and focused on you and a little calmer. Now, what you can do then when the people arrive is, if the dog starts scratching, you can start moving them around on the lead, get the people to sit. So just sit down on the chair, please. I just need to work with my dog a little bit, because they freak out when people come to visit. So that's one thing that you can do, is to then you might be walking around. You might even take the dog outside for a few minutes and walk them around the backyard to settle them down. Then therapeutic touch, all of the other holistic, alternative, complementary treatments that we've talked about, flower essences, rescue remedies sometimes can help these dogs. Talk to a homeopath, try the different herbal medicines, CBD being probably the strongest of the complementary and holistic herbal medicines for anxiety. And you'll also want to be working with a trainer, working with a good positive reinforcement trainer. And of course, if all these things aren't working and you're still getting this self-harm behavior when people come to visit, then you might need some pharmaceutical medication as a bridge, just to bring that animal down to a point where all the other training and touch and holistic treatments can work more effectively.
Fireworks may be awe-inspiring for some people, but many dogs are terrified of them and find the sound and spectacle terrifying. Dog fireworks anxiety can cause your pets to panic. Dr. Edward will discuss some tips for reducing dog fireworks anxiety in the next video.